When you think of snakes, fear, danger, or sacred symbolism might come to mind. But in several Asian countries, snakes are also seen as a valuable food source, a medicinal ingredient, a million-dollar export commodity, and more surprisingly, the foundation of a growing industry. Today, we'll take you inside the world's largest industrial snake farm and processing factory, located in Fujian, China, where hundreds of snakes are slaughtered daily in a clean, professional, and tightly controlled process you've likely never seen before. You might be wondering, why would anyone raise and process snakes on an industrial scale, especially when they terrify so many people? Well, compared to chicken or pork, snake meat is 3 to 5 times more expensive. In China, premium snake meat can fetch up to $30.40 per kilogram. Fresh snake bile sells for up to $150, $200 per 100 milliliters, and tanned snake skin can go for hundreds of dollars per piece. In many Asian countries, snake meat is considered a delicacy, nutritious and energy-boosting. Snake bile is treated as a miracle cure for liver conditions, joint pain, and sexual health. Meanwhile, the luxury fashion industry has a strong preference for real snake skin, a symbol of exclusivity and sophistication. Even better, snakes are highly efficient to farm. They eat little, don't require large enclosures, breed quickly, and suffer from fewer diseases than traditional livestock. A single breeding pair can lay dozens of eggs per year. China currently leads the world in commercial snake farming, processing, and export. As of 2023, the country had over 700 professional snake farms, with a combined output of more than 10 million snakes per year, worth over $3 billion. We arrived at Zhenlong Snake Industrial Park, a fully integrated complex in Fujian Province, considered China's largest snake processing facility. Here, snakes aren't just farmed, they're bred, processed, butchered, packaged, and exported, all on site. The snake farming zone spans over 80,000 square meters, housing more than 1 million snakes of various species: cobras, krites, rat snakes, water snakes, pit vipers, and more. They're kept in mesh enclosures that mimic their natural habitats. Their diet is controlled, their health monitored, and parasites are routinely removed. Once the snakes reach standard size, they're moved to the industrial processing area, where 500 to 800 snakes are handled each day, producing more than 5 tons of meat daily. Most of the slaughtering process is semi-automated, using modern equipment and a streamlined, closed-loop system. despite the high economic value of snake processing, not everyone agrees with turning snakes into an industrial commodity. Organizations like PETA and other animal rights groups have strongly condemned the brutal treatment of snakes. Many are skinned alive or not properly anesthetized. Several viral videos showing snakes still writhing after being skinned have outraged the public. Just like wet markets dealing with wild animals, farming and slaughtering snakes on a large scale could pose risks of zoonotic disease transmission, especially if hygiene standards aren't strictly enforced. Will the snake industry grow into a sustainable business? Or will it become the next victim of unchecked exploitation and future health crises? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Africa is the slowest developing region in the world with agriculture as the main economic sector. In recent years, pig farming has become a trend that has helped many farmers get rich. Pig farms have been built across the region in Africa and have helped people stabilize their lives. Now, let's explore with us how African farmers raise and develop pig farms. African people change their lives thanks to pig farms. South Africa is currently the largest pork producer in Africa, producing over 245,000 tons per year, although it imports pork from Europe and North America. Currently, the country accounts for 0.18% of global pork production. However, pork and related pork products have significant export potential, thus presenting a huge economic opportunity for interested countries, including South Africa, where demand for pork products far exceeds supply, with the majority of production being absorbed in local markets. Pig farming remains one of the most popular farming trends in South Africa, as it is cheaper and more productive than many other forms of farming. It is also becoming popular among first-time pig farmers. So, do you know how much it costs to start a pig farm in South Africa? The South African Pork Producers Association recommends that new pig farmers start with a herd of 250 sows to cover overheads and make a profit. For a 250 sow farm, the estimated startup costs are around $1 million. This figure does not include operating costs. To care for 250 breeding sows, the farm will need 125 hectares, and a lot of infrastructure. Farmers need to build barns in many areas, for all stages of pig production, such as breeding, farrowing, weaning and fattening areas. In addition, the waste treatment system is also focused on to ensure biosecurity and minimize environmental pollution. There are currently over 50 breeds of pigs raised in South Africa for meat. The most popular breeds are the Landrace, Large White and Duroc. South African pig farmers generally prefer the Large White and Landrace breeds because these pigs reproduce quickly and produce large numbers of piglets. Most commercial pig farmers in South Africa make the most of the characteristics of each breed by using first-generation crossbreeding. This is what produces the most profitable pigs. The feed that farmers provide for pigs is mainly waste products or vegetables and grains grown on farms right in the area. Pigs help convert agricultural waste into meat in the most efficient way. According to many reports, pig farming has been a major driver of economic development in African countries. It has become a major driving force behind economic and social transformation in many African countries. Due to its relatively low investment costs, high reproduction rates and strong market demand, pig farming has helped improve livelihoods, create jobs, and enhance food security, especially in local areas with economies dependent on agriculture. In particular, farmers also utilize pig waste for agricultural activities. Pig manure is rich in nutrients and is sold to growers as organic fertilizer. Pig farming is more efficient than other livestock because they grow faster and are also less expensive. Many small-scale farmers, especially in rural areas, have turned to pig farming to supplement their income. A pig can give birth to 8-12 piglets per litter, allowing farmers to quickly expand their herds and generate revenue. Countries such as Uganda, Nigeria, and Kenya have seen the rise of pig farming as a profitable business. Currently, the pig farming industry in Nigeria is worth over $771 million, which is expected to increase in the coming years. Pork is one of the most consumed meats in South Africa, with demand increasing due to its affordability and versatility in a variety of dishes. The country's pork consumption has been steadily increasing, creating a strong market for pig farmers. Major consumers of pork include supermarkets, abattoirs, restaurants, and the food processing industry. Pork is a staple food in many South African households, and demand for pork increases during festive seasons. In addition, South Africa exports pork to neighboring African countries and even some international markets, helping to increase revenue for pig farmers. Apart from farms, production facilities also generate high profits and create jobs for millions of Africans in the fields of raising, processing, transporting, and distributing pork products.
Is this a giant pineapple? Well, it's not a pineapple, it's a plant native to South America, particularly Mexico, called agave. Strange as it may sound, this plant is the main ingredient in the production of traditional Mexican liquor, and it has a large consumer market in the United States. Today, let's explore with us how Mexican farmers produce millions of liters of liquor by hand from agave. To produce millions of liters of mezcal, Mexican farmers first need to grow agave plants. The areas to grow them are vast, ranging from hundreds of hectares to hundreds of hectares in each region. Mexican farmers grow agave primarily by sowing seeds. The best quality seeds are sown in seedling farms to ensure the right temperature and humidity for germination. When the seedlings grow to about 10 centimeters, they are transplanted to larger farms with more light for optimal growth. The natural conditions in which the agave is grown also directly affect the flavor of the mezcal. Therefore, farmers often pay close attention to the growing area to produce the most unique mezcal. Agave is grown throughout Mexico, but mainly in the state of Oaxaca, with other states such as Durango, Guerrero, and Michoacán also contributing significantly to its production. According to reports, the state of Oaxaca has a total of nearly 16,000 hectares of land, growing more than 10 million agave plants each year, providing the main raw material for liquor production and pharmaceutical processing. Many farms have combined tourism activities so that visitors can visit the agave fields and explore the mezcal processing process. The most famous tourist farms are Noble House, San Jose del Refugio, located along the slopes of the volcano in Tequila. With fresh air and favorable climates, it attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors every year. This plant takes a long time to reach maturity, usually between 7 and 25 years, with some varieties taking up to 35 years. It's fun to imagine planting an agave farm when your kids are young, and years later, those agave plants will be harvested by your kids. In recent years, agave production in Mexico has reached nearly 2 million tons. Mature agave plants are harvested by removing the leaves to expose the core of the plant. This core will be processed to produce pure mezcal. Mezcal, with a long history, is produced entirely by hand, using a unique smoking method. Unlike other types of alcohol, mezcal is made entirely from blue agave, giving it a distinctive flavor and aroma. After harvesting, the agave pith is aged in traditional underground pits. These pits are about 2 meters in diameter and can be dug long ago. The pits are lined with local tree wood and volcanic rock to retain heat after the fire. The agave pith is then stacked in layers in the pit, covered with soil and leaves, and roasted for several days. This slow, smoke-aged process allows the sugars in the agave to caramelize, creating a characteristically complex flavor. After brewing, the agave is crushed to extract the juice, a process that is also done entirely by hand using human or animal power. Once the agave is crushed, the fibers and juice are fermented into alcohol using wild yeast. Fermentation times vary with temperature and humidity, typically ranging from a few days to a few weeks. This time also affects the overall flavor of the mezcal. Like many grain spirits, mezcal production requires distillation. Most producers use clay or aluminum pot stills heated over open fire. These pot stills are much smaller than modern pot stills, allowing for more unique batches. Typically, mezcal goes through 2 distillations. However, there is a special type of mezcal that is distilled a 3rd time, which can include chicken, fruit, or nuts. This type of mezcal has a more refined flavor and is often enjoyed during special occasions and celebrations. After aging, mezcal is bottled in glass bottles and labeled with its origin and country of origin. The artisanal production of mezcal is typically carried out by small families, following traditional methods passed down through generations. It not only produces a unique flavor, but it has also maintained tradition over the centuries, as modern production lines have evolved. The industry provides jobs and economic stability to thousands of people in Mexico. Mezcal has become an important export product in Mexico and is increasingly popular in the United States and some European countries. Each year, Mexico exports a certain amount of mezcal to different regions of the world. With a completely manual production process, mezcal production also contributes to environmental protection, minimizing waste during the production process. Therefore, the government of this country often encourages farmers to maintain this manual production activity. After distillation, mezcal is aged in oak barrels for a period of time, usually several months to a year, to enhance its flavor. Any kind of wood ear that is yellow like these flowers? This is a relatively rare wood ear and is considered a specialty in the Yunnan region. Its nutritional value is even compared to deer antlers and ginseng. Thanks to this golden fungus, thousands of farmers in Yunnan have developed their economy and become rich quickly. So, today, let's explore with us how farmers do it, rich from golden fungus. Golden ear mushroom are widely distributed throughout the world, from Europe, Asia, and America. In China, they mainly grow in the wild in high-altitude areas such as Tibet, Shaanxi, or Sichuan. and are listed as vulnerable species in the Chinese Red Book. Golden ear mushrooms in the wild are relatively rare and expensive, costing up to 2,000 yuan, about $400 per kilogram of dried product. Nowadays, it is very difficult to find golden ear mushrooms in the wild, so farmers in Yunnan have developed this mushroom on farms and successfully increased their income from them. So, what are the methods of golden ear mushroom? Golden ear mushroom has a short growth cycle, can usually be grown by bag cultivation method, can be planted in spring and autumn of the year. Farmers usually plant from October and harvest in March of the following year. Farms typically golden ear mushrooms spawn inside greenhouses that are controlled for optimal humidity and temperature, creating ideal conditions for mushroom growth. The growing substrates also need to be rich in nutrients such as straw or sawdust, maintain high humidity of 80 to 90%, and ensure temperatures of around 10 to 15 degrees Celsius for optimal growth of the golden ear mushroom. Inside advanced farms in Yunnan, modern methods such as controlled environments with precise temperature, humidity, and lighting settings are also incorporated to increase yield and quality. Visiting the yellow ear mushroom farms, we were all surprised to see bags of yellow ear mushrooms neatly arranged on the growing racks with bright colors. Each yellow ear mushroom is bright yellow, transparent like crystal. The production environment is controlled by computers to ensure consistent quality. At harvest time, farmers usually harvest yellow ear mushrooms by hand. When harvesting golden ear mushroom, farmers often gently separate each fungus without damaging the mycelium on the mushroom stick and the subsequent development. Only the fungus plants that have reached mature size are harvested. The undeveloped plants will be left and continue to grow until harvest. Golden ear mushroom is usually dried after harvest. Usually drying factories are also built on mushroom farms to ensure the drying process is quick without reducing their nutritional value. Chinese people also consume fresh golden ear mushroom, but the fresh preservation time is only within 1 week, so drying is the most optimal method. About 6.5 to 7 kilograms of fresh golden ear mushroom will produce 1 kilogram of dried yellow fungus. The preservation time of dried yellow fungus is 10 to 12 months. They are also easy to transport to all regions in China. Thousands of years ago, this type of wood ear was often used in banquets of Chinese kings. Today, golden ear mushroom is still constantly sought after and used in many high-class restaurants in China and around the world. It is also known as the gold of mushrooms to see how high its value is. Due to the high demand, it has created a stable source of income for farmers growing golden mushrooms. Currently, in addition to Yunnan, farms in Shanxi and Sichuan are also gradually experimenting and succeeding in developing this special type of wood ear. So, what are the rich nutrients in golden wood ear that make it so popular among the Chinese? In golden ear mushroom, there is soft gelatin, delicious flavor, beautiful aroma and color, rich nutritional content. In addition, it also has countless health benefits such as preventing fatty liver, reducing blood fat, reduce cholesterol in the liver, enhance liver detoxification function, treat heart disease, hepatitis, and tumors. In particular, golden ear mushroom is rich in amino acids and collagen protein. If eaten regularly, it will help the skin become fresh, soft, and maintain youthfulness. Not only is it good for health, but it also has beauty benefits. Golden ear mushroom is highly sought after in China, with annual consumption reaching hundreds of tons.